Hi everyone. Today topic is 01 knapsack problem using dynamic programming method. 01 knapsack problem is a classic optimization problem. So given n items each with the weight and value means profit. So and a knapsack with maximum capacity W. The goal is to select a subset of items to maximize total value without exceeding the capacity. So here initially some items are there. We choose the items which are give the maximum profit and also not the weight is not exceeding the capacity. That is the goal of the 01 knapsack problem. Here 01 means so each item can either be taken or not taken. Okay, if you taken that item means put 1, otherwise put 0. No item can be taken in fraction. Here the items are like a TV, fridge. Okay, we can take the full item only. We can take the part of item. Okay, half TV, half fridge. So not possible in this 01 knapsack problem. So what is the aim? Maximize the total profit. Okay, value means profit here. So this is the algorithm of 01 dynamic problem using dynamic programming method. So initially we create one table here. A 2D table means row into column. So now here represent the number of row into number of column. If the item is n means here we create the n plus 1 row. So here the knapsack capacity is W. We add one more column here. So this is represent row. The items represent the row. The weight represent the column represent the knapsack weight. Clear? Then first initialize V of I of 0, 0 for all I and V of 0 W is equal to 0 for all W. The 0th row and 0th column cell filled with the value 0. So then using this formula we started from I equal to W equal to 1. If the weight of the particular item is greater than W means just fill the previous cell value in the corresponding previous row value in the corresponding cell. Okay, else otherwise if the I value is less than or equal to W means use this formula. We check the previous cell value and also computed one new value. So which one is maximum, we filled with that value. Okay, the final answer obtained in the cell V of n W. N means the number of items, W is knapsack capacity. In this corresponding cell one value is there, finally one value is there. So that is the final answer. Okay, this is the pseudocode generated from the algorithm. So this is the one problem, knapsack problem. So knapsack capacity is here 8 and the total item is 4. Number of item is 4 here. Okay, so each item have some profit and so two values, profit and weight. In formula the profit means value is there. Okay, clear. So this is the table format to row into column. Okay, row into column. Row means objects, column means weight. Here number of total item is 4, right? Total item, objects are same. Okay, so total item is 4. So we create the create 5 columns. Okay, 4 plus 1, that is create 5 columns started from 0 end with 4. Here the total capacity of the knapsack is 8. So we create 9 columns. Here row, here column. So 9 columns started from 0 and end with 8. Clear? So that is the first initial step. Create the 2D table row and column. Okay, 4 object is there. You need 5 column. So knapsack capacity is 8. We need 9. So 9 row. Here the item is represented in row. Okay, so row is represent the items. So here 4 items are there. So we need 5 rows. Here 8. The knapsack capacity is 8. So we need 9 columns in the table. Clear? Okay. Then how to fill the value? Initialize the value. So first initially 0th row and 0th column cell, corresponding 0th row and 0th column filled with the value 0. Okay, so that row is already filled with the 0. So now I filled the column cell. Okay, so corresponding 0th row and the corresponding row and column is filled with 0. Okay, this is the first initialization step. Then fill the cell one by one. Okay, then here what is the knapsack capacity? The knapsack capacity is 1 here. Okay, here the knapsack capacity is 1. So initially we have the only one item. So what is the weight of the particular item? The weight is 2, profit is 1, right? So we cannot add the particular cell. We cannot add the item number 1 in this cell because the weight of the knapsack is 1. We have the item with the weight 2, right? So we cannot add the first item in this corresponding cell. So we simply put 0 here. But here what is the weight of the knapsack? That knapsack weight is 2, right? So we can add the item number 1 in this cell. So we can add this item in the knapsack and put it right in the profit value here. So what is the profit of item number 1? The profit is 1, right? So write that value here. Then just check all the cells, any possibilities are there. So here the knapsack capacity is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? But we have only one object. So that object is 2. Object weight is 2. So no more possibilities there. That object only add in all the knapsack. So the profit is remaining 1 for all the cells. Clear? 1. So we have only one object is there. Okay. Then here in this row filling we consider only object 1 here, right? But in this row we consider object 1 and 2. We consider previous object also. Here 1, 2 and 3. Okay. Then here 1, 2, 4. Consider all the objects in the last row 1 to 4. Okay. So here object is 2. What is the weight of the particular object? That is 3. So what is the profit? Profit is 2. Right? So weight is 3, profit is 2. The knapsack weight is 3, right? We can add, we consider both the object here, right? So we can add this first object also in this knapsack because the weight of the first is 2, right? So weight is less than the knapsack capacity. We can add that object also. But compare the profit. Which one give the maximum profit? Which one give the maximum profit? Item number 1 or 2? Item number 2 give the maximum profit, right? So we put that object in this corresponding cell. The weight is 3. So what is the profit value of the object number 2? The profit is 2. Okay, fill using that value. So then check it out. Now 2 objects is there, right? So in previous cell is simply copied from the previous row value, because just check it logic also. Here the weight is 1, so no possible. So we have no objects with the weight 1, right? Simply put 0. Here 2, only one possible is add the first object, the profit is 1. So the same value appeared in the previous row also filled with these cells. How to fill this side cell? So here what is the capacity? That is 4. So any possibility is there? No. Here only we can add this second object only. So the profit is 2 here. Here the weight is 5. Okay. So we can add both the objects. So we can add both the objects means the total weight is 3 plus 2, 5. Total profit is 2 plus 1, 3. So profit will increase. So here in this knapsack capacity, in this knapsack we add both the objects. Okay, here 6, 7, 8, no more possibilities there. We have only 2 objects. The total weight of 2 objects is 5, right? So remaining all the knapsack we include these 2 objects only. So simply fill the profit of the particular profit of the both objects. Okay, 2 plus 1, 3. Then here what is the weight of the third object? That is 4. What is the profit? 5. Then weight of the third object is 4. What is the profit? 5. Simply filled with this. In left side cell, we simply copied the value from the previous row. So just check the logic also. So just to copy the value from the previous row. Check the logic also. Okay. This is one simple tip to fill the table quickly. Just check the logic also. Okay. Then here we consider three objects. Now knapsack contain we have three objects, right? So we check the possibilities. Here the knapsack capacity is 5. So here only 4, right? But 3 plus 2, that is 5. But profit is 3. Here profit is 5. So better to add third object here. The profit is 5. So next the knapsack capacity is 6, right? Knapsack capacity is 6. Then any possibilities there? Right. We can add these two objects, object 1 and object 2. Object 3. The total weight is here 2, here 4. 4 plus 2, 6. The profit is 5 plus 1, 6, right? So, take these two objects and insert in this particular knapsack. So, what is the profit? Total profit 5 plus 1, 6. Okay, the total weight is 6, the profit also 6. We choose object 3 and 1 here. Okay, the next is 7. Just check it out, any possibilities there, right? We can add object 2 and 3, right? What is the weight? 4 plus 3, 7. Profit also 5 plus 2, 7. So, we add the object 3 and 4 in the knapsack. And then axle which have the capacity 7. Okay, then here the capacity is 8. So any possibilities there? 4 plus 3, 7. 4 plus 3 plus 2, that is 9. Exceed the knapsack capacity. We cannot take all three objects. So no possibilities there. So the best is this object. The best one is object 2 and 3. So give the maximum profit. Then here item number 4. We consider here all the objects. So initially what is the weight and profit? So weight 5, the profit is 6. So the left side value, simply put the same value as previous. Okay, then how to fill this? Here what is the capacity? That is 6. So any possibilities there? Here weight is 5, right? Weight is 5, 5 plus 2, 7. No possibilities there. So already for 4 plus 2, 6. So that is the highest profit. 4 plus 2, the profit is 5 plus 1, 6. Here also we add the item number 4 here, the profit also 6. So the both profit is same, right? We can add two possibilities there. We can add this fourth object only. Otherwise we add the object number 4 and 1. So sorry, object number 4 only, otherwise you add object number 3 and 1. Because both are here give the same profit, that is 6. Okay. And then 7. Next is 7. Any possibility there? This is 5, right? 5 plus 1, 7, right? 5 plus 1, 7. We consider fourth object and first object. Fourth and first object. What is the weight here? Here 2, here 5. So 5 plus 2, 7. What is the profit? 6 plus 1, that is 7. So fill the profit value of both the objects. And here 8, right? Any possibilities there? Here weight is 5. So 5 plus 3, 8, right? 5 plus 3, 8. So take object 2, item or object 2 and 4. What is the profit value of this? 2. Here what is the profit value? That is 2, right? Profit value is 2. This is this profit is 6. 6 plus 2, that is 8. So this one gave the maximum profit. So no more possibilities there. So likewise fill the table. Okay. This is the logic based filling. So one more method is there. Simply using the formula and fill the value. How to fill the value using the formula, I will explain. Okay. This is the final result. Okay. So what is the final result here? V of N W. N means number of item, that is 4. W means total knapsack capacity. So this is the answer. This is the maximum profit. Okay. Then how to find this value using the formula? So this is the formula, right? So this is the formula is there. Now I fill this value. I already filled with the logic. Then just check it out. This value is same as this formulas, calculated value using formula also. Okay. Okay. Here if weight of item I greater than W, just fill this row. Okay. Okay, if weight of item I greater than W means, weight of item means this. The weight of the particular item 2 is 3, right? So item number 2's weight is 3. So weight of item I greater than W. These are the W value. Greater than W means till 2, right? So here W is 0. So 3 is greater than 0. Here weight is 1. So 3 is greater than 1. Here weight is 2. 3 is greater than 2. So in these 3 cells, simply filled with the previous cell value. Okay, this is the logic behind this. Simply copy the previous cell value. Okay, so V of I of W equal to V of I minus 1 W. So I W means here, right? This is I, 2 0, 2 1, 2 2, clear? So this is I value is 2 here. This is W is here, 0. So we filled with I0, I1, I2. That means 2 0, 2 1, 2 2, 2 3. Likewise we fill the cell. Okay. So this is over, right? But otherwise, if the weight of the item less than or equal to the particular weight, here means, so these are under this category, right? Then how to fill using formula? This is the formula. So now fill this value, okay? Okay, V of I value. What is I means item number. This is item number 2, right? Item number 2. So 2. What is the W value? Corresponding W value is here 3, right? First we find this value here. Now check this value. Okay, 3. So equal to maximum of, simply put M. Okay, M represent max. So maximum of V of I minus 1 W. What is V of I minus 1? What is I here? So I is 2, right? This is I value. This is W value. Clear? So V of I minus 1. I minus 1 means 2 minus 1, 1. Clear? Then W. What is the W value? 3. W value is 3. Clear? Comma. Value of I. Value of I means profit of the particular object. So value of I means profit of I. So what is the I value here? 2. So second object. What is the profit of second object? That is 2, right? So 2. So 2 plus V of I minus 1. So V of I minus 1. I here 2. So 2 minus 1, 1, right? 1. Then W minus weight of I. What is W here? W is 3, right? W is 3. So 3, let me write it here. 3 minus weight of I. Weight of I means particular object's weight. So here we consider the second object, right? So what is the weight of the second object? That is 3. Clear? Weight of the second object is 3. Okay. So 3. Inside the square bracket. What is the value here? V of 1 3. What is the value? Take from the already calculated value in the table, right? So 1 3. Here 1 is there. So 3 is just previous. This is 3 is there, right? So just take the previous cell value, right? So that is 1. So M of 1 comma 2 plus 3 minus 3, that is 0, right? 3 minus 3 0. That means V of 1 and V of 0. V of 1 0. What is the value of 1 0? That is 0, right? So 2 plus 0. 2 plus 0. So which one is the maximum? 2 plus 0 is 2, right? So which one is maximum? 2 is maximum. So filled this value here, right? 2 is there. Clear? Likewise, we fill all the values one by one. So using formula also you fill all the cell values in the table. Clear? This one important things. This IW is matches this I, this W. this I and this W. So value of I and the weight of I means the particular, taken from the given data, okay, the particular object profit and weight. But these all thing is take from the table. Okay, we have 0, 1, 1, 0, 2, 0, particular row and column value. We take that value from the table and fill it. So and substitute in the formula. Okay, this value of 8 of I is given data, the particular objects profit and weight. Clear? So likewise you fill the all the values. So this is the time complexity and space complexity, and these are the application. Here, zero knapsack problem uses a DP to choose the best combination of items without exceeding capacity. So, maximizing the total value, that means total profit. Important rule is here, zero knapsack problem, we take or not take. Two possible, two option is there. Okay. So, TP table used to store the optimal solutions for sub problems. So, in each sub problem, so these are the sub problems. Okay, the entire capacity is 8. These are the sub problems 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. So, fill the all the values. Using those values, we finally reach the final result. Clear? Then one more thing is there. Then how to track? So this is the profit. This is the maximum profit is 8. We know how to track the objects. Which are the objects are included in the knapsack to get the profit 8. So this one more thing is there, right? So one more thing is there. How to track the objects. We start from the last cell contain the maximum profit value. We start from that cell. Okay. Okay. Here what is the maximum profit value? That is 8. Clear? So what is the object here? The object is 4. Okay. Just check 8 is the maximum profit here. Then check the previous row contain the same value. So the 8 is available in the previous row. Just check first the same value 8 is available in the previous row. No. So 8 is not available in the previous row. So the profit 8 is based on the item number 4, right? So add the item number 4 in the knapsack. Clear? So 4 objects are there. 1, 2, 3, 4. So one set is there. Taken means put 1, otherwise put 0. So taken this object, right? So what is the maximum profit? That is 8. What is the profit of the item number 4? The profit is 6. Then this is the maximum profit minus. So we add that object into the knapsack. Then check the profit of the particular object. So that is 6. Then subtract that profit value from the maximum profit. What is the profit now? Now the profit is 2. Then next move with the value 2. Okay, then check the object item number 3. So item number 4 over this. And then check the item number 3 contain the value 2. The profit 2. Yes, the item number 3 contain the value 2. But one more check is there. So the same value available in the previous row. Just check it out. The same value available in the previous row. Yes, the 2 is available in the previous row also. So this 2 not based on this profit 2 not based on the object number 3. We cannot add this object in the knapsack. So put 0 here. So here one more check is there. The 2 is available in the previous row. No, 2 is not available in the previous row. So this profit came from the object 2, right? So we add that object here, put 1. So what is the profit of the corresponding object? Object number 2, that is 2, right? So already the profit is 2. So 2 minus 2, now the profit is 0, right? 0. Okay. Then check with the 0. Here's move the previous object, the object number 1. Here 0 is there, right? 0 is there. Just check with the previous row. Yes, previous row also contain the value 0. So don't add 1 here. So simply put 0. check the knapsack capacity also. We add the fourth item, right? What is the capacity of the item number, weight of item number 4? That is 5, right? That is 5. Then here what is the capacity of item number 2? The capacity is 3. So 3 plus 5, 8. The total maximum capacity of the knapsack is 8, right? So this is the final answer. We check the knapsack capacity also. So in this problem, we choose the item number 2 and 4 and insert and put into the knapsack to give that those items give the maximum profit 8. Clear? So how to trace the value? From the maximum value and subtract from the already included object's profit. Okay. Then trace out that value. Check that value present in the previous objects row. Yes means then check with the previous row. If that particular number is available in that row also, you don't take this third object. We take the second object. Okay, because the profit 2 came from the object number 2, not 3. So likewise, we finalize the result. Clear? So this is the final. Maximum profit is 8. So object chosen is 2 and 4. Clear? Okay. Thank you.